Okay, we are live. Don't know what's going on with the video here. Welcome to the inaugural edition of the Live of the Hills of Stanley Park. A little bit of a special treat for you today. We actually went to the most difficult hill in Stanley Park just this morning, about an hour and a half ago, and rode up. We changed the mount for our camera. We put it on our head, but to be perfectly honest, it didn't seem to really make that much of a difference. You will see that in our previous streams, we've mentioned the fact that the path gets washed out. Well, we had some more rains, not so much torrential rains, but enough to screw up the path. Once again, it becomes even more challenging. Pretty soon it's going to be nothing but lips and gullies. But that is what we did. This is a new mount. Everyone complaining about the steering wheel mount. Well, we attach it to our head, and to be perfectly honest, it doesn't seem to really make that much of a difference. So probably what we recommend everyone do is go to our YouTube channel and go through the walkthrough of the most difficult hill to climb in Stanley Park, and that will give you an idea of how difficult it is and where we're going to. Here, I gotta do this here. Because it was extra challenging today. The reason being, I wasn't feeling 100%. The roads are still wet. The inner paths are slick with wet leaves and mud. And we were basically just gambling to see if we could even, if the hill was even fit to ride up. And generally it wasn't that slippery, but man, the rain is just savaging this path to death. It's just crazy. I can understand if there was a torrential downpour, but we've had steady rain and some snow and stuff, but we've had nothing that should really screw up the path this badly. But on that ado, let us start the video. As I said, I tried to take the natural way to get there, but I got a little bit lost. So I ended up taking a semi-natural way, but said I got to the hill here, and as I said, there's just no way for me to adjust this. I don't understand, but that's the first part of the hill that's going to kill you. And then there is a little bit of a reprieve. Not that much, so to speak, but you can see the gullies are already forming in the path. Well, essentially, this isn't a real maintained path, so we got to go over to the left, over here, and there's a bunch of rocks and roots and crap that we've got to navigate around. And then we basically had to go to the right, but the path is just in horrific shape, really, really, really bad. I imagine if there's another rainstorm, then this is a little bit screwed up. We got to go left and go up around this corner, and then basically got to put it in four-wheel drive and go up this steep little cliff here and continue on. As I said, the path is just totally brutalized, totally brutalized. As I said, if there's another torrential downpour, this path would be pretty much unclimbable, because it's difficult times 100 right now, but any more rain gullies and stuff, you're going to have to be riding the lip all the way up there, and that's next to impossible. So got to bang a right to more of a crap here. And usually, as I said, we get on the right side here, and then this is this the final turn? Yeah, and that's the final turn there. And it's essentially become pretty much impassable because it was slick. So the bike dropped down to the gully. You can't ride the bike in the gully, so I put the pedals down, feet off the pedals, and try to push myself up through all this crap. Just crazy. As I said, this is not a recognized path. It's not maintained by the Vancouver Park. So if it was, they'd probably put some gravel down, and they wouldn't have to worry about all this washout. But was crazy how bad this path was. I didn't think it could get much worse, but to my surprise, it did. It actually got worse. And I said all of my other videos, I've mounted it on my handlebars. I go, well, I've got the headlamp attachment, so strapped it to my head, and I still get this crappy video quality. I just do not understand. I think it's probably the OBS is just not capable of handling such big things. So this is where I always take my break, because I'm literally bagged right now. Riding to get to the hill is enough to tire you out, but then trying to climb up this hill in the conditions that it is, it's just brutal, 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 brutal. So we're going to take maybe about a 10-15 second break here, catch our wind, hop back on the bike, and finish the last little stint of the most difficult hill to climb in Stanley Park, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Let me see here. 360 closed captions. So there we are. We're going up the last little stint of the most difficult hill to climb in Stanley Park, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And you're just saying, oh my God, and then you got this steep incline to the pavement and stuff. It's just definitely enough just to wear you right out. I can guarantee you that you'll be worn out. Basically, I wasn't feeling all that well today. It's just like, wow, I want to do, I actually wanted to check out to see what kind of shape this hill was in. And I was mortified at how crappy it is. It's just, my God. Said if there's another torrential downpour, it was going to be, we're not going to be able to ride up it anymore, because it's going to be full of gullies. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And we're up at the top. Woohoo! Yeah. A successful climb. Well, not really successful. I said we classify a successful climb as going nonstop up to the pavement. Once again, we got around to that gully. That is always such a difficult corner to that last little stretch, because the gully is too deep, and you can see the ridge on the left-hand side was too steep. So basically what I had to do is I had to push my bike through it. Tried to go up on that thing. The tire slipped down to the gully, and once you're in the gully, you're screwed. You cannot pedal out of it. So got to put the feet on the ground and ride up it. But it was a brutal, 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 brutal ride today. A little bit spitting rain. There is still some snow in certain parts of the interior pass. I ran into some snow when I was coming back after riding up this hill. Not overly muddy, because most of the trails are gravel, so you don't have to worry about the mud factor, except for on this hill, because, as I said, it's not a legitimate hill that's maintained properly by the Vancouver Parks Board. I said that's with the mount on my forehead. It's just, I know what it is. As I said, the OBS is just not capable of handling this, because I've tried to adjust it all over the place, because I'm recording in 4K. Well, that's what the $60 Action Cam is claiming. Recording in 4K, and it's just too big. It's too big of a file, and I can only get little clips, and that's basically, this is the best align that I could do. But it's almost exactly identical. You would swear it was on my handlebars. We'll try to have to figure out something else. Maybe, I don't know if I've got, I don't have jerry rig some sort of a mount so I can put it on my chest. Maybe that would be better. But this is on my head. This was on my head, and it's really, in my opinion, is no better than being on my handlebars. Why? I'm not 100% sure, but the truth be told, this is on my head. This is a headlamp mount. But I just wanted to get this out there for everyone here on YouTube. All of my, how many is this? One subscriber. As I said, I don't have any intention of becoming rich or famous. I'm just doing this to document my riding in Stanley Park. So when I'm dead and gone, this will forever be present to say, hey, this is what you did. These are the hills you climbed. And as I've mentioned in the other streams, I've yet to make it the full way. I've made it up to the pavement where I'm basically resting right now numerous times. But just to finish off that last little piece, it's just so brutal. To be able to do that all in one shot, you'd have to have Superman strength. That, or maybe a bike with a better gear system so it doesn't burn your legs out so badly. I saw some skid marks on the hill, so someone was trying to go down that hill recently. Come on, people. Grow a pair. Ride up it. That's where the challenge is. You have to ride up. Well, actually there was. I saw an elderly woman hiking up this path today. Where she's going and why she's doing it, I have no idea. I really have no idea why people are walking or hiking or doing anything in these paths, because they lead to nowhere, and there's really no reason why you'd be in that part of the park. Unlike if you're like me, who likes to climb the hills on your mountain bike, but there's generally really no reason for anyone to be in that aspect of the Stanley Park. We're almost up at the topic. I know I'm just tired watching this. Whenever I go to this hill, that first steep part, it just burns you out. Oh my God. That's why I have to take a big rest before, just when I get to the location to do it, because I know that first little hill is just enough to burn you out real bad, real quick. And jackpot. We're up to the top once again, and what I'm doing here is I'm just taking off the headlamp, turning the camera on and off. That's one thing about this $60 action camera. It doesn't seem to be too willing to be turned on and off. You have to press like your life depends on it to turn the thing off. And there comes the bare fingers, and that is it. So we hoped you enjoyed the special edition of Hills of Stanley Park. Thanks for watching.